So it's taken me a little longer than I would have liked to get to this part 2, but the feature that I'm working on here was actually axed from the project the next day after putting out part 1, and that'll happen. But I wanted to finish the thought here and show you guys the direction that I was heading, and complete that part 2 of what we were working on. So if you recall from part 1, what we're doing is defining a form builder that doesn't have any streams attached. We're defining it on the fly in Twig, and we're passing it to our own custom handler, and we're going to take the information from that form, submit it to an API, or do something with it, and then return information so that we can parse HTML onto the page. And we're going to do this with Ajax. So let's jump into it here, right from where we left off. I believe we were in the rates handler, and this should look familiar to you. The only thing that we're doing differently now is we're going to fire a generic command that I wrote here, and we're going to get the rates. And in this case, the rates is just going to be an array of simple rate name and the cost involved. So let's hop into this command, and I'm passing it the builder so that I can get form values here. And while I'm not going to use them in this example, you can see how you can get them out of the form builder and do things with them. And here I am simply mocking a return that you might see out in the wild. This could be anything, but for demonstration and simplicity, it's simply a name and the rate. And I'm using this currency helper from the Streams platform to show you how you can inject anything you need here, method injection. And we're passing that back to the handler as rates, and we are adding it to the JSON response as well. So this will be in the JSON along with the success message and any errors if there were validation. So from here, if we look at our form, you'll see that I replaced the ajax.js with my own rates.js file. And all I did was copy what was in core, and I added these lines. And all I'm doing is getting a div selector so that I can load content into it. When the form is submitted, I'll tell them that they're loading. We'll do the action. And then when we get the response back, if it's successful, if it's not successful, it goes into validation here. Here is where we clear the HTML for the rates, which is below the form. And then for each rate, we're going to simply parse some dummy HTML. And this could use Vue, this could use whatever you want. This is just a simple example to give you the idea that I was after. So from here, we should really be done. Let's take a look at the form. I'm going to reload here. So if we put in, and remember these aren't used, but we need to pass validation. So put in a couple of zip codes, and there you have it. And that's the idea that I was after. The client would then choose one of these options and go on to the next step. Thanks for watching.